Hi everyone, it's Nisha. Today I wanted to talk to you about the new Revolution Pro Moment palette. So I was looking on internet and I just noticed those. They are brand new and I like the look of them so much that I bought all of them. There is 4 in total. They have 5 eyeshadows each. And they just look so cute. It's a plastic packaging, but the eyeshadows themselves looked so gorgeous. Look at that. So I have been trying them. I've used every single one of them apart from the green one. Today I will use the green one because all the other colors I use all the time. I don't often use green on my eyes, so I will do that today. But first, I've taken some live swatches on my hand, so have a look at all the swatches of all the palettes. I think the color story, how the colors are put together, is very good. So let me go through all of them. This is Captivating. This is your purple one. Very beautiful. I think it looks like this matte light eyeshadow is exactly the same in every palette. I can't really tell the difference between them, so I think this is the same in every palette. The shimmering shadows are just amazing. This one is sort of I don't know, rose gold, peachy pink, very unusual colors. And this one is called Bewitching. This peach, you know how I love those peaches. It's very beautiful. It's very similar to the ones you get in Natasha Denona palettes or Charlotte Tilbury. Then this one I would call sort of pinky mink or minky pink. This one is called Mesmerizing. Yeah, it's more of a pink with some taupey minky colors. And then the last one is called Enchanted, and that's the green one. So let's do a look with that one and then I will tell you what I think of them. Okay, and that's the finished look. I really like it. I love all the colors in this palette. The shimmers, you've got 1, 2, 3 shimmers. They are so beautiful. Of course, like with most of these shimmers, they apply really well, but you have to have a very good brush. Like the Sonia G Worka Pro picks up these types of eyeshadows really well. I might get actually more of those brushes because I find them really good. It feels like you don't have to even wet the brush or do it with your finger. You saw me doing it with my finger because I use the Sonia G soft shader because my Worka Pro is dirty and that one didn't do as good of a job. But these types of eyeshadows are usually best applied wet or with your finger. And I love the color story. They go together so well. I love the fact that it has this brown with which you saw me blending out the crease, and it's a quite cool brown actually. It doesn't look so cool here, but it is quite cool brown. So that is very important. Sometimes you buy a green palette and you just have all sorts of shades of green and nothing to blend it out with. This color, as you saw, I put under my eyebrow and just to blend out between the brown and my eyebrow. So very happy with the color story and with the shadows. So let me tell you what I think of them. They are only £10, but Revolution does sometimes amazing eyeshadows. Again, it's hit and miss, depends what palette you buy. These are pretty good. When you saw me at the beginning swatching them, you must have seen that the matte eyeshadows are very powdery, especially the light one, which I feel is exactly the same in each palette. Looks pretty pigmented, but it also feels almost like talc, very powdery, but nevertheless I thought when you swatch them on your hand you have to go over a few times to see it, but it does show up pretty well on your eyes and doesn't seem to be too powdery on your eyes. They are not the best quality matte eyeshadows. The shimmers on the other hand are pretty good. And now I tell you which one is my least favorite. My least favorite, you might be surprised, is the Mesmerizing. When I did a look with that one, even though the color story looks pretty good, I don't know, it was a bit muddy. Not muddy, I don't know how to explain. Almost like I couldn't see the difference between the shadows. I wouldn't buy this one, but that's just me, because I feel like this one is sort of in between these two, the purple and that peachy one. So yeah, this is my least favorite. It might not be yours, but this is my least favorite. So the other ones I love, and I've done looks with them every day and I really like them. I was thinking that I could maybe compare these colors to some of the Charlotte Tilbury colors. I just felt that, you know, if I find something good that is less expensive, it's worth showing to you. Obviously the clue is in the price. It's not gonna be exactly as good, but you know me, like I did that NYX palette and I didn't like it at all. These ones I do really like. So let me compare it to the shades, to some of the Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadows. And I will mostly compare them to the big ones. So I have 3 of them. So in these palettes you have 12 eyeshadows, which are much smaller than these. And if you even bought all four of the Revolution palettes, you get more eyeshadows and it's still less than one of those. So when it comes to value for money, there is no comparison. Okay, let's look at this one. This is Stars in Your Eyes. So let's compare the purples. As you can see at the end here, the purples, these are pretty similar. It's a pretty similar color story. We have also some purples in Bejeweled here. So again, this is a bit similar. So that was the Captivating palette. Now let's look at the Bewitching, which is sort of peachy. And I think in here we have quite a lot of similar colors. So let's take Starry Eyes to Hypnotize. Can you see? You have very similar colors in here. Then let's look at Stars in Your Eyes. Again, there are some similar colors here. Oh, I need to go maybe that way because they are so shiny, those palettes. And there are some similarities in Bejeweled as well. Oops. Okay, now let's have a look at the Mesmerizing. Mesmerizing is probably again quite similar to Stars in Your Eyes. And then the Enchanting green one, the only palette that has some green in Charlotte Tilbury's is the Eyes to Hypnotize. So here are your green ones. And yeah, I would say, can you see this one and this one is very similar, but it doesn't have any other really green eyeshadows. Now you get a bit of fallout. I can see all the shimmer under my eyes, but to be honest, I get that with more expensive eyeshadows as well. That's just the nature of the beast with those eyeshadows. One thing you can do is do your eye makeup before you do your foundation and concealer, or use those eyeshadow shields. Fallout never ever has bothered me. Yes, if it's like loads and loads of it, it's very annoying, but always remember to take a little on your brush and tap off the excess and build up the color, rather than scoop loads of eyeshadow and go straight in, because most eyeshadows will give you fallout that way. So my final verdict is, I would definitely recommend them. I really enjoy them. I love every one of them. You know, I've got one that is least favorite, but it's still a beautiful palette. And for the price, you really can't go wrong. I think these ones are really worth trying. If you are not sure, just get one and see how you get on with the quality. But I'm so glad to have them all in my collection. Do you know, every time I do green look, which I don't do very often, I always really like it. I don't know why I don't do it more often. Okay, my lovelies, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.